Muhammad Ali, born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., January 17, 1942 to June 3, 2016, was an American professional boxer and activist. Nicknamed the Greatest, he is regarded as one of the most significant sports figures of the 20th century, and is frequently ranked as the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time. In 1999, he was named Sportsman of the Century by Sports Illustrated and the Sports Personality of the Century by the BBC. Born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, he began training as an amateur boxer at age 12. At 18, he won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics and turned professional later that year. He became a Muslim after 1961. He won the World Heavyweight Championship, defeating Sonny Liston in a major upset on February 25, 1964, at age 22. During that year, he denounced his birth name as a slave name and formally changed his name to Muhammad Ali. In 1966, Ali refused to be drafted into the military owing to his religious beliefs and ethical opposition to the Vietnam War and was found guilty of draft evasion and stripped of his boxing titles. He stayed out of prison while appealing the decision to the Supreme Court, where his conviction was overturned in 1971. He did not fight for nearly 4 years and lost a period of peak performance as an athlete. Ali's actions as a conscientious objector to the Vietnam War made him an icon for the larger counterculture of the 1960s generation, and he was a very high-profile figure of racial pride for African Americans during the civil rights movement and throughout his career. As a Muslim, Ali was initially affiliated with Elijah Muhammad's Nation of Islam (NOI). He later disavowed the NOI, adhering to Sunni Islam. He fought in several historic boxing matches, including his highly publicized fights with Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, including the fight of the century, the biggest boxing event up until then, the Thrilla in Manila, and his fight with George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle. Ali thrived in the spotlight at a time when many boxers let their managers do the talking, and he became renowned for his provocative and outlandish persona. He was famous for trash talking, often freestyled with rhyme schemes and spoken word poetry incorporating elements of hip-hop. He often predicted in which round he would knock out his opponent. Outside boxing, Ali attained success as a spoken word artist, releasing 2 studio albums, I Am the Greatest, 1963, and The Adventures of Ali and His Gang vs. Mr. Tooth Decay, 1976. Both albums received Grammy Award nominations. He also featured as an actor and writer, releasing 2 autobiographies. Ali retired from boxing in 1981 and focused on religion, philanthropy, and activism. In 1984, he made public his diagnosis of Parkinson's syndrome, which some reports attributed to boxing-related injuries, though he and his specialist physicians disputed this. He remained an active public figure globally, but in his later years made fewer public appearances as his condition worsened, and he was cared for by his family. Ali's Parkinson's syndrome led to a gradual decline in his health, though he was still active into the early 2000s, promoting his own biopic, Ali, in 2001. That year he also contributed an on-camera segment to the America, a Tribute to Heroes benefit concert. Ali and Michael J. Fox testify before a Senate committee on providing government funding to combat Parkinson's. In 1998, Ali began working with actor Michael J. Fox, who has Parkinson's disease, to raise awareness and fund research for a cure. They made a joint appearance before Congress to push the case in 2002. In 2000, Ali worked with the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research to raise awareness and encourage donations for research. In February 2013, Ali's brother Rahman Ali said Muhammad could no longer speak and could be dead within days. Ali's daughter May Ali responded to the rumors, stating that she had talked to him on the phone the morning of February 3 and he was fine. On December 20, 2014, Ali was hospitalized for a mild case of pneumonia. Ali was once again hospitalized on January 15, 2015, for a urinary tract infection after being found unresponsive at a guest house in Scottsdale, Arizona. He was released the next day. Ali was hospitalized in Scottsdale, Arizona, on June 2, 2016, with a respiratory illness. Though his condition was initially described as fair, it worsened, and he died the following day at the age of 74 from septic shock. Following Ali's death, he was the #1 trending topic on Twitter for over 12 hours and on Facebook for several days. BET played their documentary Muhammad Ali, Made in Miami. ESPN played 4 hours of non-stop commercial-free coverage of Ali. News networks, such as ABC News, BBC, CNN, and Fox News, also covered him extensively. He was mourned globally. And a family spokesman said the family certainly believes that Muhammad was a citizen of the world. And they know that the world grieves with him. 293 politicians such as Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, David Cameron, and more paid tribute to Ali. Ali also received numerous tributes from the world of sports, including Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, the Miami Marlins, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and more. Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher stated, "Muhammad Ali belongs to the world. But he only has one hometown." The day after Ali's death, the UFC paid tribute to Ali at their UFC 199 event in a lengthy video tribute package, crediting Ali for his accomplishments and inspiring multiple UFC champions. Ali's funeral had been pre-planned by himself and others for several years prior to his actual death. The services began in Louisville on June 9, 2016, with an Islamic janazah prayer service at Freedom Hall on the grounds of the Kentucky Exposition Center. The janazah prayer was attended by Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. On June 10, 2016, the funeral procession passed through the streets of Louisville, ending at Kayville Cemetery, where his body was interred during a private ceremony. A public memorial service for Ali at downtown Louisville's KFC Center was held during the afternoon of June 10. Billy Crystal gave the eulogy. The pallbearers included Will Smith, Lennox Lewis, and Mike Tyson, with honorary pallbearers including George Chuvalo, Larry Holmes, and George Foreman. Ali's memorial was watched by an estimated 1 billion viewers worldwide. If the measure of greatness is to gladden the heart of every human being on the face of the earth, then he truly was the greatest. In every way he was the bravest, the kindest, and the most excellent of men. Tribute from Bob Dylan.